Hello, I want to give you guys basically just a view of me doing an overlay on one of my clients' nails after soak off. So as you can see, her nails looking very healthy. We did a soak off and I just went straight to the overlay. I'm using Pure Sky Cover Acrylic. It's a gorgeous pink color. I think it really complements your skin tone. Placing a bead and just working my way down. As you can see, I try not to waste too much of the acrylic, so I cut the acrylic down when I made it down to the tip and just reapplied it towards the center of her nail. I try to make my application as neat as possible so that I don't have to do too much filing afterwards. I did a 2/2.5 bead method with this overlay just because I don't want it to be bulky. And sometimes, depending on the client's nail bed and the shape of their natural nails, when you're applying one bead, it can run over too much onto the sides, or you don't have as much room as you would with a longer acrylic set to work that bead down. So 2 smaller beads usually works best for me. Since this is a shorter set, there really is a need for an apex, but I tried to make sure that the bulk of the nail is not up by the cuticle. So you can see I'm placing a bead more towards the middle of the nail and working that up so that from every angle the nail is kind of even all the way around, and at the cuticle is going to be flush so that it looks like it's growing from the cuticle whenever it starts to grow out. I also like to take smaller beads of acrylic and then work that onto the sides. With overlays, a lot of times you can help the client grow out their natural nails, but the entire nail has to be protected, especially the corners. That is usually where the bulk of breakage will happen with a natural nail overlay. When you are working with the client, you should not be afraid to move the client's finger around. Turn their hand to the side, turn it to the left, turn it to the right, tilt it up and down so that you can see how the nail is looking from every angle. Do you need more acrylic on the side? Do you need to layer some more on the top? This also helps you so that you can just work more efficiently. As you can see, when you have acrylic that's more wet and malleable, you can pat the acrylic down as opposed to pressing it down and dragging it, just so that you can properly form a shape. And with the cuticle beads, you don't want to start off by laying the acrylic directly onto the cuticle. A little bit below the cuticle is best, and then you can always push up towards the cuticle so that you're filling in everything. Make sure that you're using your brush in a way that works best for you. The very tip of the brush is used for cleaning up, as you see me doing around the cuticles. That little pointy, the point of the bristles works best to get into those tight corners. The middle of the brush is best for laying the acrylic, so patting it down. And then the very end of your brush where you're getting towards the handle is best for when you need to press down. Hope this helped.